What's up? Okay, so let me get this set up here. I'm gonna get the laptop on here in a moment. Comments on. Oh, looks like I have to approve one more thing. There we go. Should turn on the comments. Hopefully. Okie dokie. Welcome back, everybody. What's up to all the creators out there? Let's see. How am I going to do this? Oh, here we go. Let me just get back into the studio here. I got some exciting things to show you guys today. I'm going to give you an update on a couple of things. The first, I think, will be this thing that we started on last week. No, I wasn't here last week. The week before. Remember this? If you don't, you'll find out here in a moment. And also the junk journal made out of the paper sacks or the paper bags. And I don't think I made any progress. Oh, yes, I did. There's a page I worked on here that I'm going to show you guys. So you guys will get an update on some of the projects that we started here on the channel and that I'm continuing to work on. Magazine collection that I picked up today. What else do we have? Oh, I got some stuff. Well, hold on. Let me get this set up first. But we got a couple cool things that I'm going to be showing you. So if you're coming in, just say what's up. Let me know where you're watching from. If you don't want to share where you're at, you can you can share where you're watching from. Like I have a couple platforms that I'm streaming to tonight. One is YouTube, and we have Facebook, and for the first time we have Twitch. All right, you guys should be able to see. Oh, there we go. Let's add this to the stage. There we go. Sorry. There we go. Okay, cool. So, what's up? What's up, creatives? Where we go? And what am I going to share with you first? How about this big old bag of the magazines that I got? So, two things. Oh, I'm going to move these out of the way real quick. Before we get into the fun, let me just show you what I got for free. That's the cool part, right? For free. You see these magazines? There's those. There's those. There's that. And that. And that. Oh my God. That's more than I knew. I remember. Oh, and even these little books. They got some cool little pictures in there. So I might tear those up or keep them, we'll see. And then these are just some free stuff from my local public library. And if you guys happen to know Kimono Mom on YouTube, she came to Charlotte, so I got to meet her meet and greet, and I have this. So this can definitely go in the junk journal as a page somewhere. So I'm gonna keep that to the side, maybe over here. But yeah, so before we get started, what's up? Welcome in. Say hi. I'm Talia, your creative confidence mentor. I'm here to encourage you to tap into your creativity. We all have a creative side to us, regardless if it's something in being crafty like I am. Just because I'm crafty doesn't mean you have to be. But I know a lot of you are creative in your own ways. So I'm just here to kind of let you watch me be creative in my space. And it doesn't have to be perfect as long as you're making progress. And you're going to get to see how a mess can turn into something cool, even if we just go with the flow. So tonight I will be showing you a couple of things that I've got, a couple projects that I started on that you can do yourself. And then we're going to look at some art related stuff that I have. I opened some packages or a box. I haven't actually looked at them because I wanted to share them with you. I wanted to. I wanted to open them and check them out, but I figured I'll wait. I'll hold my horses and I'll share it with you first. I have a big announcement to make in the progress of a project that I've been working on for a couple years. And And then of course we'll be creating together. So let's get into it. All right. So if you are new to junk journaling, you don't know what it is, and you need materials, a great place to go is your public library. And I had to prove it for myself. And I went today. I went to 3 public libraries around me, and out of the 3, 2 of them gave me free magazines, which you see in front of me, and in front of you. One library actually already had a program that they reserved their discarded magazines to. So that's kind of cool. So there's a program that creates kind of the same way that we use junk journaling and materials. So they save their magazines, or they put their magazines aside for them and they donate it to them, which I thought was cool. And, don't forget you have a public library. I know not a lot of us read anymore. Some of us love to read, so we still do it. But if you're one of those people that don't care to read, it's the public library isn't just about reading. Like, they have different events. And I found out at mine, if you're local to Charlotte, and let me move this over so you can see this a little bit better. If you're if you're near the Charlotte area, I have a calendar that kind of shows you what they do. So of course it's about to be summer and the kids are out. So they have everything geared towards summer reading and getting the kids back into reading or continuing their reading. This one is what I'm excited for. If you can read this down here, is the second week of June from Monday through Wednesday. No, Monday through Thursday is a donation of crafts. Like, if nobody wants anything, I'm probably going to go take some of my stuff just so that I can share all the things that I create with, because I'm not ever going to use everything that I have. So I think it'll be cool for me to go donate some stuff. But if you see right here on Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at our local library is the actual craft swap. So you could show up to your library and go pick up some craft stuff if you don't have it. You don't have to buy it. Like, people care enough or want you to create that they're actually going to donate so that you can come and get some materials. And then on Saturday, there's a writing group. If you guys don't know me, I love writing too, and journaling. So I'm excited about that. I put a circle around that one, so I'm gonna keep that. And this one at the other public library was advertising that there's gonna be a film screening. So if you're in the area, I don't know if you can see. Again, this is for the Charlotte area. So that code there, let me try and get this for you. Anyway, look up your local public library. You'll see the events around you. All right, so there's that. That was my little blurb and shout out to the public libraries. But if you can see, I've got a whole stack of magazines here that I'm excited to look through. I only picked them based off of, like, I saw a lot of colors in this one. So this will be kind of fun to cut out. I'm pretty sure that there's some stories in here that I could use. But the main thing is this paper or this magazine has this cool material. So it's kind of got like a different texture to it. So that's really the reason why I picked this magazine. And then I don't know if you guys are familiar with the New Yorker. I've always liked the New Yorker. I've been junk journaling since I was in high school. And a lot of my first junk journals that I created have a lot of the New Yorker in them for the jokes. So there's that. Got a few other things in here. So basically they had a big box. The first library had a bin, and it was a magazine swap. So you could bring your magazines, drop them off, and then you can grab some. They told me because it was my first time, I didn't have to. I wasn't obligated to leave magazines, but they told me to take it what I wanted as much as I needed. And so I didn't get too crazy. I took a few of them. But at the second library, pro tip, they said if you go the first of, like, the beginning of the month is the best time to go get these magazines that they've discarded, because the magazine issues run until like the end of the month. And then so they go through what they can get rid of or what can be discarded, and then they put it in a box. So she said, here, you showed up at the end of the month, which means we have some. So the box that she gave me was huge, and she said some. So I might go back again next week just to check it out. But I was told just grab whatever you want, and she even offered for me to take the entire box, but I didn't want the whole box, and I knew that there would be people who wanted it as well. So I left I left a lot for them as well. So this is what I brought home, and I just wanted to share with you guys that it is possible to get things for free to contribute to your junk journal without having to break the bank. All right. Oh, and they gave me these stickers again. This is from my public library. I think this is for kids, but I junk journal, so I don't care. I took it. All right. So what's next? I have these projects that we started not last week, 2 weeks ago. I think doesn't matter. The last time I was live, I've already been working in this junk journal here. And I shared with you that this actually came from leftover wallpaper. So it was a big sheet. You can buy big sheets of wallpaper and then put them on as much as you need on your wall, right? Well, I got one sheet and I used it to cover one thing. And then I had some left over and I used it for my junk journal. So here we go. And it's got this little pocket here. You can put things in. This is actually made from an envelope, a mail envelope. You know how you get your mail with the windows on it that are usually for bills. Well, I've turned it into something positive, the junk journal. So here's some pages that I've already completed. I was working on this one here. So I had mentioned to you guys that outside of junk journaling, I also like to do or create zines. And if you look back on my YouTube playlist, you'll see the zine that we created back in, it was a few months ago, I think, for Tessa's Testimony, the Living, Breathing Miracle. So if you check those out, you'll see how to make a zine, or if you want to know more about making a zine, you can go check that out. But Bree is who I learned this from, or like I got into zines because of her. And I kind of use the same skills that I use for junk journaling to make a zine. So I created, this was like my first order from her, and it was pretty cool. So with the stuff that she sent me. So I created a junk journal page just for that. So it's got like, this is the little packet that it came with. So I kept that and I actually put it into my junk journal so I can tuck this in there. And this one, I didn't have a space for it yet, but I was planning on putting it here. So I created a pocket for it. And that's what you see right there. There's a pocket. And now it goes there. See? So now it has a home. And I'm not going to flip through this because you actually have to pay for it. But if you're interested, you want to check out her page. Ooh, first, there we go. Can you see it? It's at Brady X Bree _ I think you can read it right there. There you go. Oh, hold on. Let me not be silly. Hold on. There. Duh. That's what I could have done. But there you go. It'll show up in the comments. So if you want to follow her, I think she's on Instagram and on YouTube. So there's still a few pages that I can fill out. This one is going to be kind of underwater theme. Maybe I'll put a big jellyfish or something over here. Some flowers, a little poem. Oh, this one was fun. And that's it. So that's still a work in progress. I haven't filled everything out. I think some of you were here when I was showing you. Which one was the safe one? These ones. So I actually have family members in these pictures, so I'm not going to share it, especially since my little brother isn't ready to be sharing my nephew with the internet. So this is a door, or a picture of a door, and I've actually cut it out to where it'll open up as little windows. See that? Sorry. And so there's pictures behind them. There's a little doodle here, and I'm going to add some more pictures on this side. But I went back home a couple months ago, and I'm still putting my memories together, printing out pictures, and then going to add a little bit, kind of like a journal entry in this area. So that's what that's reserved for. All right. And then the next one was this book that I found at a secondhand bookstore. And what I got from it, or how would I say? The intention was that this could actually become a junk journal in its own. It says the Pocket Scavenger. which is kind of like scavenger hunt. You find something, put it in there. And it's pretty cool because each page has a topic. So the one that I randomly opened up to the last time I was live was this one here, which says, it's number 21. It says 6 blue things. And so we didn't actually create the page, but I started picking out some of the stuff. I had the sticker. I had, I think I had this or had this in mind. So you'll see these 2 pieces here are like my background. This is just a piece of paper. This actually, it came from a thick portfolio type paper that they use. So that's what this is. I tore a piece off and put it there. This is a napkin that I used to wipe up my paint from the table. So once it dried, I actually got to glue it on here, and it's got a cool texture to it. This is the cat sticker. It's blue. And if you're watching and if you want to interact with me, we could give this cat a name and I can write it in here. The other thing that I use, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were these markers, or the colors. So I have colored pencil, I have markers, another marker, and I think this is a paint marker actually. That's why it's a little bit of different color. And then you'll see here I have these stars that have my painting on it actually, because those were left over. What I do sometimes is I'll use the paint skins and I'll glue it onto a wooden shape, and then I'll put a magnet on the back. And I use them kind of as like a business card, and I'll put my website on the back. So that's what these are. Without the magnet, I just glued them onto the page itself. And then I'll just write a little blurb on here. And this is from my package that showed up today. So I stuck it in there as well. It's on Prime. And now it's here. So there's that. And that's just one page. And there are 50 different, I think 50? No, there's got to be more than 50. Yeah, definitely more than 50. 72. There's 72 topics. And if you notice, it's got like it says 6 blue things. So I would find 6 blue things. And if you flip it upside down, it says change the perspective. I don't know if you can read it. And then it says turn it into something else. So basically, I took the 6 pieces I had and turned it into a junk journal page. So there's that. And I'm excited about all the other topics that are in here. There's also in the back fun things you can do. And this, if you ever have a creative block, something like this can help you. And next thing, oh, I'm excited about this one. Remember last time when we were here and I said you can use paper sacks to make a junk journal and it looked kind of messy and crazy? Well, here's what it looks like. So I used what I had left of gift wrap. And that's what you have here. And I just tore it up into different pieces and I glued it down onto my book. And I made each page by tearing open a paper bag. I took the bottom out or opened it up and I cut off the sides. And I gave you the option. I said, you have the option or you have the choice of taping or gluing these together so that each page is clean. And I wasn't decided at the time that we did the live. And so I left it and I said I would finish it later. But as I was working on it, I was like, you know what, it would be a waste of paper to not have every page. Like if I glued these together, then I would have less pages. So I decided to go with keeping it open here and having more pages to work on. I'm not afraid of it looking crazy and messy right now because I know I can paint it, or I can just like I did here on the outside, or even where did I put it? This book. So this book actually started out very messy like this. And all I did was I went through and put some paper on the background or on the page to make it into a background. And I'm going to show you what type of paper I use to do something like that. So if you, maybe you've seen these before. They sell these big packs of paper and they have different patterns and they're really huge. So that's basically all I did is I took a book like this and I tore out pages, and that's how, and that's how I created these backgrounds. And once the backgrounds were there, I went back to actually decorate on them. And that's what I plan on doing with this one. So If you like, I can actually show you that right now. So this is it. And we'll get into the creating section. Let me put this on. Let me see, read the frame, read the frame. Actually, let me tilt this just a little bit. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, except if you do want it a certain orientation, like that's the bottom of the book. This is the top. So I think I would want my paper background to also match. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna cut it out and then put it on here and realize it doesn't fit. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna put my paper down and then cut on the edges or wrap the extra onto the back side of the page. We'll see. Let's see how it works out first. So I'm just gonna take my glue. I don't know how it's gonna work out on the middle where it's taped, but we'll find out. So for those of you following me from Twitch or from me watching your streams, I'm pretty sure this is very different. I know you guys, I usually watch you guys when you're playing video games. And for me, being here creating is probably a very different change of pace, but who knows, maybe you just needed a moment to take a break and chill out. So welcome in. If you're here for the first time, thanks for showing up. You're gonna get to see what I do in my extra time when you're not live. So I'm just gonna usually I get the back of the page and then I rub it down just so that every area is sealed. You can also use tools. So sometimes I use my painting palette. But if you actually have the appropriate tools for stuff like this, there's something called a bone folder or a what was it called? There's another name that Hobby Lobby used for it. A bone? No, that's not. This is called a bone. What is it called? A page creaser. So they also use the name page creaser, but sometimes this can work. It helps you when you're folding your pages. So if you want a clean fold, just do that. It also helps with gluing paper down because it makes it smooth or it smooths it out for you. So there's that. A bone folder or a page creaser, whatever you want to call it. So there's my extra down at the bottom and at the top. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Look, you see how it's got the line in the middle? It kind of lines up right in the center with the page. Nice. Isn't it cool when things work out like that? All right. Let me see, how am I going to do this? Well, first, I'm going to use the benefit of a bone folder. Increase it to the edge like that. And then smooth it out. So I'm folding my paper so that when I tear it off, it'll give it kind of a clean cut. That's all. And line it up with the page behind it. There we go. And then this scrap right here, that can be saved for another page, or I can use it right on the same page. That kind of gives it a little bit of a background. And right here, I tear it down the center. And do the same thing, except this one, I think I'm actually going to glue it to the back page since it's only a little bit, and it'll be easier. So just get the glue. They did. All right, and now the other side. Sometimes I have to double check that I'm in the frame and not just over here working on something that you can't even see. All right, there we go. Who's on here? Oh, hey, Mom. Hey, Mom. What are you working on? Or are you just watching me right now? Last time, I think you were, I think you pulled out your fabric and started sewing. There we go. Oh, actually, I want to crease that a little bit more. Nice. I don't know what I'm going to use the handles for yet. I know some people hang stuff off, kind of like their charms and stuff. But I don't know what I'm going to use myself. Look at that. It looks clean. See how it went from this messy page looking all crazy? And now it looks like this. Well, there's that. Let me glue this down. So that's the other thing too, is like the glue stick doesn't always hold for some material, but that's fine. I can actually get, here we go. I got some packaging tape. Or you could use washi tape too. Oops, if you have it, if you want to. I know sometimes we like to save our washi tape for a special occasion. So totally up to you. It's your book. Oops, it's your book. You can do with it what you want. So for right now, this is what I'm doing to hold down my page. You're just watching? Okay. Okay, cool. Always get ideas. Oh, and if you guys aren't following me already, make sure you go follow me on Instagram, because once I finish certain, especially when we start painting, you're going to want to follow me on Instagram, because what I do here is kind of like behind the scenes, and it's also not a finished product. So you might see it as I'm working on it, and then it's not until things dry. Sometimes I'll go and add embellishments to it. And so you want to follow me on Instagram so that you can see the updates after the live and what it looks like when it gets sent off. Sometimes people buy the paintings, and so I like to shout out, you know, a little goodbye to my paintings when they go to a new home. Sometimes that's the hardest part. It's not learning a new technique. It's not applying it and it not working out the way I intended it to. Sometimes the hardest part is letting go of my painting to go home to another place. So there we go. So I'm going to do that on, I might actually leave this as it is, because I kind of like that brown paper sack style. So I'm just going to stick these in here because I might use these. Or actually, I'll bring them over here. Bring them over here. There's that. And so that's how you can make a paper sack or a junk journal from paper sacks. And again, I bought this at, was it Hobby Lobby? It was a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A pack of 5 bags for, I think, $2. But if you go shopping and they give you bags, then you don't gotta buy one. You just use what you got. All right, you're always gonna remember my rule. Use what you got. And this was also a project we started, which was making a junk journal from envelopes. And again, the way that I did this was by taking the inside flap. Hold on, let me get these out of the way. So you take the 2 inside flaps, face them together. You're gonna tuck one inside the other. until they meet up here in the middle. So it opens and closes like a book. So while it's there, let me make sure it's lined up. Make sure it's lined up so when you open and close your book, it's not wonky. So there's the outside flap. And glue it down. See, it's not folding properly because I don't have my envelope. All right. Okay, there we go. Just like that. And I could take this to the inside. Wait, where did it go? Oh, I did that so well, it's lost. You could glue this one down too, but you see how it was hard for me to even find it? I think I'm okay with that. I'm going to leave it alone. But I am going to tape the inside just so it doesn't peel up when I start sticking stuff in there. Can you see what I'm doing? Go this way. Did it. And then just tape it in. Tape it down. There we go. And once we're at this step, again, you have the option of taping the backs of the envelope to each other. And your book will be a book of pockets. Or you can tape them down the center. And you can have pocket, a page to create on, pockets, and a page to create on, which is probably how I'm going to do it. And then you do the rest. And it will be your little envelope book. Or a new definition of a pocketbook. Alrighty, so I wanted to share with you guys some big news. And also part of the reason why I didn't go live last week. Because something else took priority. So if some of you are already familiar, and actually some of you already know what the news is because you've been hanging out with me, or I've been hanging out with you while I was working on it. So for all my OG listeners and followers, you already know that I've been working on the book since 2019. Well, longer than that, but officially since 2019. My book is making progress. The last time I updated you was when I handed it off to the editor, and the editor was doing her thing. I think it was 2 weeks ago when I received the edited version. And so that's what I've been working on. And now I have done my side and it's been released again over to them. And hopefully, not hopefully, soon enough, you guys will be getting more information about how you can order it, or I'll be keeping you posted. So that's another reason why you want to follow me, not just here, but on Instagram. Some of you follow me on Facebook. That's fine. I'm definitely going to be updating, but just keep an eye out because it's not going to be long from now before we start finding out how we can order it. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for autographed copies, which is exciting. So I can't wait to get that to you, and it will happen. We just got to work it out. And when I find out, I'll let you know. So that's the big news. That's the big thing as to why I wasn't live, or like what took my time. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be a long thing, or a long time waiting, something that you've all been patiently waiting for. And I appreciate the support the entire time. So I'm excited. All right. And with that, we're going to go into, I want to create. So I'm going to open this up so that you guys can see what I got. And let me turn this camera back over to the space. All right, here we go. So the first thing that I'm going to open up or share with you guys is kind of just to emphasize that our art can be used in every and any way. And I love this because it has to do with comic type or graphic art. So this, I don't know if some of you might know about the Action Bible, but check this out. This is their study Bible, and this one happens to be the ESV version. And I'm excited. I already opened it up and and did that thing. And then I stuck my bookmark in there and I was like, okay, I have to wait until we go live so that I can check it out with you guys. But this is so cool. So it's hardcover, and it is just like the Action Bible, if you guys are familiar with the Action Bible. But it's a study Bible, so it's not all or entirely comics, just like the Action. The Action Bible itself is a full comic book. But they did take some of the comics some of the graphics and put it in different areas of the Bible. So that's the creation story, the fall of Adam and Eve. These are the brothers. Noah's Ark. Oh, this is from my public library. So I found out that they had a bookmark contest, and this is the 2025 bookmark contest winner by Hayden Jenkins, who is in the 10th grade. But check out this bookmarker. Isn't that cool? Like, that's some pretty cool art. I know I wasn't that good when I was in 10th grade. But yeah. All right. See you later, Mom. But yeah, see that. That's pretty. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there's that. Now what's cool about this? Oh, the main reason why I got this Bible, because I don't need another one, but that was the hard part. I was like, I don't need another Bible. I don't need another Bible, but I really wanted this one. So I put it in the cart and I waited. And then I was like, maybe if I still want it, I'll get it. You know how that works out. And so I ended up getting it because when I looked at what is included or what this is geared for, it doesn't just have the comic or the graphic art in here. It's actually got little segments in there where you can memorize the scripture. You get more on the story. And then there's like actual history facts from the past or at the time that this was lived out or that it happened. Guess it. They have a place where you can test your Bible knowledge with clues and different things that they give you, and it can be a person, place, or a thing. So what about this? It's like insights on tough questions in faith. Oh, cool. So it's kind of like apologetics. Let's see. This one says, why does God let bad things happen? And this is from Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 and 27. And chapter 2, verse 7, it says, bad things happen around the world. That is kind of like a popular question, right? Like, what is it like? If God is so good, why does he let bad things happen to people? So I can kind of see where that comes up. But yeah, anyway, it says bad things happen around the world all the time. And it's sad to see people dying and getting hurt or sick and going through hard times. It's natural to think, why, God? It's important to know that God doesn't cause bad things to happen to people who love. Wow. It says, it's important to know that God doesn't cause bad things to happen to people who love him. God created the world to be a perfect place, but the first people, Adam and Eve, disobeyed God, and that brought sin and evil into the world. Sin changed God's perfect creation, sickness began, as well as natural disasters and death. God protects us from a lot of things, but he also allows his creation to feel the consequences of sin. Believe it or not, God can use bad situations for good, and we may not always see the good, but God does use tough times in his plan for us and the world. 2,000 years ago, God sent his son Jesus to earth to sacrifice his life to pay for our sin. And people who believe in Jesus will one day be with God forever in heaven, where there will be no more sickness, pain, or death. Dang. So if you didn't already know, I'm actually a teacher for the little kids in our children's ministry. So that's really why I got this. And you see how it just took that little brief snippet to explain something to them. That helps me when kids have questions, and sometimes understanding it the way that we do and sharing with our peers is one thing, but to share it with a kid who's like in 3rd grade, 2nd grade, it makes it easier to speak to them or to reach them on their level. So this is another reason why I got it. And that's actually where this Bible is going to be used. It's like I'm going to be using it to teach or for them to learn about it. Because, I mean, what kid doesn't get pulled in with, like, the comments and stuff? This is kind of cool. So, I mean, if I'm excited about it, hopefully they will be. This is pretty neat. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys, not just because it's the Bible, but like this is someone's art. Someone created something to get kids, or well, not just kids, to get you excited about learning about these stories and the characters. I'm trying to find. Let's go here where they actually have the graph, and it's got like the quality, the paper quality is really good. You see that? Oh, you guys can't see it. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, that was the first thing that I got. Let me stick this back in here somewhere. So there we go. I'm gonna keep this in here for now. And I don't teach this weekend, but the next time that I do, my class is gonna get to check this out, and I can't wait for them to see it. I can't wait to find out like how they react or if they're gonna like it too. All right, the next thing. Oh, look at this. This came with my package. And guess what I'm going to use it for? So, again, this is materials that can go with using that as a background. But I ordered this journal because it has, the pages already have graphics on them that can be used for junk journaling. The thing is, I thought it was going to be a small book like this, kind of. And you see how huge is it? So it's already exceeded my expectations, and I'm excited. So we're going to open this, or I'm going to open this with you here. That way you can see it. And I'm kind of excited. I don't know what to expect. Hopefully the paper is thick so that, I just bumped the camera. Hopefully the paper is thick so that way when I paint on it or when I glue certain things on it, it doesn't bleed through. So are we ready? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, more paper. Just kidding. Oh, this is a pocket. Oh, it's a wrapper. I thought it was a bag. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Hey, this can actually be. And this is why I junk journal. Look at this. Check this out. You see this box? Let's see. What doesn't have a home yet? What doesn't have a home? Piece of paper. For now, I can put these things in here. Let me see. What did I collect this week for creating? Oh, washi tape. The washi tape needs to go back into its little box. I have this bag that I can use to collect. So I'll put that in there. This is kind of like junk that I can use immediately, so I'm going to put that in. These are my stickers. So I'll put that with that. This marker goes back in its container. Color pencil and my markers. And this guy goes in here. Kind of putting stuff away as I'm working. All right, but you see this box? I can use it to keep more stuff. So some stuff that I already have that don't have a home, guess what? Now they have a box. All right, this is cool. Yeah, this is definitely bigger than I expected it to be. So that's a nice surprise. The cover feels cool. It's got like that, I don't know how to describe it, but it's got a cool texture. See these pages. There's a space for you to write your name. Oh, yeah, this is cool. So I don't have to go and glue down my own backgrounds. They already have a background on every page. And I like that the design doesn't bleed through to the other side, or it's not. It's paper quality. It's pretty cool. It's really smooth. So if you didn't use this as a junk journal, but you just wanted to write on it, I think it would work really nice. Do I have a pen here? I don't. Now let's see if they repeat. I think they do. Let's see, there's that. Oh, a little fishy. What is that? A koi fish? Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, I like this one. If you know me, you already know how much I love flying in clouds. So I like this page. This is nice. Okay, so it doesn't repeat. If they do repeat, it's not often enough that you get bored or that you get tired of the same background. This is really cool. Yeah, this paper is really smooth. I can only imagine writing on it with a pen. Hello, we've got two ribbons, a blue and a purple. Nice. Sweet. All right, so let me see. Am I going to create in the new book or hang on? Let me see what I have to create with first. What am I digging into? I know I had this. Oh, magazines. Yeah, magazines. Let me just grab some random ones real quick from the middle of the pile. Ooh, New Yorker. I like this one. Oh, I want to see this one. And let's see what this is. Okay. Oh, a Writer's Digest. What? Unlock writing secrets of literary kindness. Well, I wish I had this when I was writing my book. Just kidding. Actually, you know what? If you are somebody considering writing a book, I would be mindful of. Okay, so let's put it this way. If I were to give advice to somebody writing a book after how far I've come, I would say know for yourself what you want to share with your audience. Because when you hear from other people of like, oh, you should do this, or this worked for me and I did it this way. And when you hear all of that, you start to get like lost in the sauce. You can go different directions from where you actually started from. So maybe it's good that I didn't have this information at the time I was writing my book. But, you know, it can be helpful sometimes to get input from others. But then sometimes when you get too much input, you forget what you're writing for, or you veer away from your original idea. So just be mindful of that. The ABCs of freelance. Yeah. There's not too many pictures. It's mostly words in this one. So I'm going to put that aside. Natural Awakenings. This paper feels cool. This might actually be a cool background color. Or I could create a page with this using these color schemes. Like the blue, the orange, and the greenish. What is it called? Like a robin's egg, I think is what they call it. Or sea green, moss, whatever. Or sea foam. What is it called? Something like that. Oh, here we go. A little flower with a butterfly. That was cool. I might use that. If you were here before, one thing that I do as well is I'll go through magazines and I'll cut out letters, and I have my bins here. So, oh, you can't really see, but I have bins of each letter of the alphabet. These ones are full stickers that I haven't cut up, so they're just sitting on top. But each compartment each letter has a compartment, and I'll go and put them in there. So if I ever want to write something like these are big enough to be cut out individually and used again. So I kind of look out for those kind of things. Let's see, like this too. This font looks pretty cool. I don't see anything else from that as well, but I saw the word create from this. Create. So if I ever come back to this magazine, I'll remember to cut that out. This one too. See that? Here comes the sun. This would be cool for a color scheme as well. I don't think I'm gonna find much in here either. That's a cool color scheme. Pink and yellow. I don't really see anything that I like. Okay, fuzzy. These are some nice big letters that we can cut out. Definitely. Right here too. Whoa, are these actual cakes? Tic Tac cake. What do the cakes in each row horizontally, vertically, and diagonally have in common? I don't know. Oh, it says fuzzy. Oh, and it's not until I read the word fuzzy that I realized it's made out of, like, you know how people create their own carpet? It's made out of that material. That's crazy, right? See, everyone's creative in their own ways, and sometimes it can be something original. It might be something that we all do, and you just do your style differently. I could cut these letters out. Oh, this looks cool. I can use that as a background. Oh, what did this say? Hold on. Sunblock. These are letters you can cut up. I can use both. Hold on a second. I can use the letters off of the back page, and then I can use the front as a background. So I'm gonna put this with my litter bin over there. It's gonna be a background, possible. Ooh, Easter rugs. In the days before Easter, the streets of Antigua, Guatemala transformed into beautiful art. Interesting. Oh, look at this. It says glowing planets. And it looks like they have these balls that have the lights inside of them. You know, the string lights. And then they wrapped it with yarn. Interesting. Oh, it's a balloon. It's a balloon, yarn, and LED lights. What? That's pretty cool. See, ideas are everywhere. It's just if you have your eyes open to them. There's some more letters I can cut out. Oh, this looks cool. This is kind of like, do you guys read Captain Underpants? Or what is it, Dog Man? Oh, a rocket. See, basically all I'm doing is just looking for what inspires me to cut out the top of the cat's head. Whoopsies. Oh, ramen. Funny but true. Let's see. Once I was having chips and salsa, and I got what I thought was salsa and put it in my bowl, but it turned out to be spaghetti sauce. One time my sister and I were sitting on the couch playing on our iPads. She said, I have a date. I said, who's your date? She said, it's an update. A kid was trying to scare me at school, but instead of scaring me, he screamed when I came around the corner. That's funny. Have you ever done that where you try to scare somebody and they end up scaring you? Oh, look at the skateboarder. Squirrel. That's exactly what just, no. No. Got cut off the wheel. My Tony Hawk dreams. It's in the book. You'll read about that in the book. All right, there's that. Now let's see. I definitely want this as a background. This, oops, sorry. I just bumped your camera view. So that's gonna be a background. Easy peasy. And then these letters, I could probably cut them out or put it over there. Hold on a second. What is this? Oh no. Oh. That's supposed to only go out during the week. Oh, this is cool. It's a purple color. Oh no, and I just chopped off her head. It's all good. It'll get covered. That looks kind of cool. An elephant, the talk of the town. This is a perfect magazine to get words and letters out of. Coming alive. Invasion of the hair of the woman sitting in front of you in the bus. Oh, because her hair's blowing into their face. Sensory overload. Yeah, that can't be fun. Uncommitted. I could probably make a poem out of some of these titles. The escape artist. The escape artist was uncommitted. Or the uncommitted escape artist. However you want to put it. You have to stare at her right in front of me. That's funny. They're exactly the same person. Oh, look, somebody has their own junk journal entry here on this page. Or something similar. Rock climbing. Rhythm collector. Ooh. That's funny. Oh, this is kind of cool. Oh, that's nice. Look at this is a suitcase shaped like a guitar. Oh. Right there. Oh, this is cool. I want that as a background. Oops. Trash. All right. So here's what I've got in front of me. Let's make something out of it. But in which book? Which book? I have this one. Oh, here's the book where I put receipts. I was like, I had a stack of receipts and I didn't remember which book I had started a page on. This is kind of too small for what I've got though. So I'm gonna put that aside. Let's see. Do these have room? Do these have room or are they done? Oh, this one's kind of done. This one has my creative affirmations. I might reshare that again actually. Creative affirmations. So you see that? My first page. These are the 3D stickers that have the foam between them. So it kind of looks like it's popping out your page. Don't look at that page. That's got my address on it. All right, let's get started. I've got my page upside down so that you guys can see what I'm doing as I'm creating. I'm going to glue this here in the center. Like that. So what I'm going to do, oops, oopsies, kind of line it up, and then I'm just creasing where the page ends without tearing it. And then, there we go. So when I glue the paper, the page, I can just lay the paper right on it. Something like that. All right, so once the crease is lined up, then I just bring the page over and lay it flat. And we get our handy dandy bone folder. One stroke and this side. Boom. It's done. Now the other side. So now this time I'm going to glue the actual page or the image without getting it on the other side, hopefully. Gotta be careful. I was kind of hoping that the library would have National Geographic magazines when I went to go pick them up. Maybe, oops, don't look at that. Maybe next week when I go again, they'll have more options. I mean, but even going today, that was a lot that they had. And they told me that was just a little bit. Or here, I'm just gonna take that out of the view so you guys don't see that page. Because I keep flipping it over. I don't want you guys to read what's on this side. Here we go. So there's that. I'm just gonna fold this over. Well, actually, let's tear it down the middle. Tear it down the middle like that. and fold it over like that. And tuck it there. There we go. So there's that. Let's see, do any of these images go? Not exactly, but I'm gonna make this work. Check this out. Okay, here we go. All right, so now I'm just gonna put this over here, kind of like it's shooting out this way. There's a rocket in the middle of the park. And then I could make these people walk around. Now they're too big for this page, so we'll leave that out. We'll try that in another place. And then maybe this, will it even work out here? Or is it too big? I can make it work, watch. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm not gonna cut every single detail, but I'm gonna cut around it. And this flower is magically growing out here with the butterfly. So here we go. Oh, you know what? Oh man, did I even bring them? So, speaking of Bree, and that's the lady who got me into making zines. I ordered a couple from her, and I had them with me, and I was gonna show you her recent work, or the recent zines that I bought from her. Oh dang, and I forgot them, and I just remembered because I was putting this on here, and I was like, you can do whatever you want. It's your creation. Because I was laughing at how huge this flower looks in the middle of the scene, but it also makes sense because of the theme. But anywho, I'll share it with you guys next time. One of the zines that I got is actually, she managed to make like a 3D book. So you wear your 3D glasses and you read through her zine, and some of the things actually look like they're popping out. And that's kind of why I laughed, was because it looks like it's just popping out of nowhere. So I had no intention of actually filling out that crossword puzzle, but I am going to use it kind of as a theme. Just kind of messy here, messy there. Oh, my skateboarder. Let's see, where's it going to go? Boom. All right. Let's see. I think I'm good with this page. I'm gonna go to the next one and create with this. upside down, page is upside down. Same method. I'm just going to put this right here in the middle, make a crease for the page folds. Fold this over. It's a little bit lower, so I'm only going to go up to that line. And there. Have you ever noticed that everybody has their own style of even putting glue? I try to make like an outline as far as I'm going to go, and then I just fill in the rest. And then I'm going to try and line this up as best as I can with the bottom of the page, but also with that crease, and then lay it down. Oh, I kind of missed the bottom part. But anyway, there we go. And then I'm going to use the bone folder to lay down. And same thing. Glue on the actual image. I try to get, as close to the edge without getting it onto the other page. But I kind of got it right there. Same thing. Oh, I gotta be careful because I have that rocket glued down right there. Oh no, my page got stuck. There we go. Okay, so there's my background with, I don't know what that is. Are these flowers? I think they are. I think they're tulips with some Google eyes on them. Googly eyes. Let's see, what am I going to incorporate in here? Maybe they're all looking at this chick do a jump on her skateboard. Oh, actually, you know what? I've been holding on to these stickers for a moment. Now I have a place to put them with other flowers. Check that out. That's going to be perfect to cover that up. Hold on. Hold up. This might work out. I'm trying to cover the letters. Like that. Boom. Yeah, that's cool. All right, hold on a second. This is just one page. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to fold this over. Or should I cut it? I think I have to cut it because it's not going to fold over. There we go. Pull it off. Oh, check this out. Even this can be reused. No. Maybe I can write a memo in this somewhere. Where should I put this? I got an idea. See this new book that we got? There's a page that you put the name and stuff on it. I'm gonna put that right there. Hopefully. Ah, get off my finger. Ta-da! There we go. And then I'll write on the inside of that later. Throw that away. All right, now this flower. We'll go over here. Maybe right here. Just a little bit off the edge here. I gotta take that off so it doesn't cause issues for my scissors. All right. Do I want this one too, or is it gonna be too much? Maybe I'll put it here in this corner, so it'll actually look like it's coming up from out of the ground to cover the page number. And this right here is creasing, and it's gonna make my stickers stick out. So I'm gonna see if I can work it, flatten it. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna cut off the extra piece of the page behind it. Boom. There we go, all clean. All right, now these can actually go somewhere. Let me see. No, that might work out. Oops. Oops. Kinda. All right, let's see. If you've done collaging before, that's kind of the same. So for someone who doesn't or hasn't tried junk journaling, that's kind of the best way I can describe it. Is it's like collaging, except when you collage something, you tend to have a theme that you're working on. Just like scrapbooking. Scrapbooking is another example, but with scrapbooking, I think that's kind of leaning toward your memories or pictures. And again, there's like a theme, or you're trying to share a particular time or memory. So with junk journaling, it's either random, or for me, sometimes I'll start collecting things like, oh, I want to use this in my junk journal eventually, or at some point, which is why these pieces have been sitting on my desk for a while. And today I'm finally actually able to put them into the book. So I still have these sitting up here too. There's this Away We Go. Actually, that might go cool on the skateboard. Away We Go. Or it can go with this airplane that I have. I even have these. Oh, you know what? We have stars that we can put up in this sky over here. So I might go back and put those there. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to waste this right here from the sticker that we just put from the flower. And I'm going to turn it this way because I have a feeling that I can find a way to make it into a word and make it look like this is a bubble or like a cloud shape, and write the word inside of here. I just don't know what it is yet, so I'm going to leave that for later. And then the same with this one. Come on. Do you guys have any tips on how to get a sticker off the paper? Ah, here we go. Here it is. Easy peasy. All right, that looks cool. So there's that. Now I'm going to use this. I think I need a new page. See, we're already filling up the pages. Oh, do you know what? This can go here since it's kind of just cut off. I try to clean as I'm going because I don't like having a whole bunch of stuff afterward. And it also helps me for if I just happen to get up and go, the next time I come back, I don't have to clean before I want to create. Like if I come back in here and I want to create, but there's a mess to clean up first, that kind of kills the workflow. So that's also another reason why I like to clean as I go. So there's that. I kind of chopped off that character's head right here, but I think that's where I'll start using the other things. Like that. And then some of the clues, I probably won't use all of them. They're never free of charge. I'm gonna toss some of these out. And we'll just throw random clues in here. 1988. Number 40 is The DJ, I'm the Rapper. It's a double album from 1988. Bring resounding close. All right, here we go. Cut this off. Come on. I'm just putting out random clues. There we go. That looks more random. A regal competitor. There we go. Okay. All right, so I kind of have an idea of what I want. And then on the same page are going to be the answers. Or maybe I'll put that on a different page. Let me see. That will go on the back. So I'm actually gonna put the glue on the paper first, or the picture. Uh-oh. Be careful. Do I have extra paper? Let me see. There we go. Got a magazine page. I'm gonna put this down so if my glue gets onto the page behind it, it won't be a problem. This lets me get glue all the way to the edge of the paper without worrying about my space getting glue on it. All right, so there's that, and then I'm just gonna glue random clues all over the page. Actually, I think these answers are probably for a previous issue, because it just doesn't make sense to have the answers on the same page as the puzzle. But there we go. Boom. I think this would be like a black and white page. So I don't think, I mean, it could stay like this where the page is just the crossword puzzle type theme, or I could just use the crossword puzzle as a background and still create on top of it. It's really all up to you, and for me, it'll be depending on how I feel later. If I come back to this page and I'm inspired to create or put something else on top of it, which is why I never consider a junk journal done until I like go back on it and I feel like it's already got enough. So there we go. Let's kind of put this over this side so we start incorporating the other page, so they're not totally separated. And then the crossword is going to be the title. Or maybe in here? No. What up? I'm gonna make it like a cloud. Boom. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna use this light blue. So I cut it out kind of like a cloud, or as best as I could. And then I'm just using the marker to go around the border. Like that. There we go. All right. I still want to use these. Let's see, what was I going to put on here? The stars. So now this, though, I don't know if I can glue it down with the glue stick. I don't know if it'll stay. So I think I'll do this number. Should I go on this side? This side? This side? Or separate? I think it looks cooler with the two of them layered on top. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put glue on the paper, since I know it'll hold it. Right here. Boom. And then There we go. And that's one. Just gonna toss that. Cool. It's all done. That page is good. So I got this page with some flowers. I still think that this skateboarder should go in here somewhere. And then they're all fascinated and looking at this skateboarder. But I don't want it to get creased. Okay, here we go. Let me do this first. Once you start checking out, well, not just looking at other people's creative, like their journal, their junk journals, or their zines, or scrapbooks, whatever they might make, you're going to start noticing that everybody has their own style. And so mine kind of have to be like fun and colorful. But everybody has their own style, and you might start catching like different themes with how they create, or either just based on like the material that you pick when you go gather your art stuff. That kind of also ties into what it's going to look like once you put it together and create with it. So this is basically the start of something for a junk journal. I haven't really used this too much, so this is the next one I'm going to be creating in. So you guys might see this pretty often here once I start doing more junk journaling. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Oh, not start, but continue doing junk journaling. I wouldn't cut it or glue it. I would tape it. So I'm gonna need a junk journal that this can fit in. Maybe this one. Let's see, do I have a red page that I haven't filled up entirely? Maybe this one. Did you hear my stomach? Hopefully not. But anyway, let me see. Is there like a page that this would match with? Maybe not. Not really. Not in this book anyway. But if I had a book where, you know, it kind of matched with this theme, this one kind of does, but not all the way. I would tape it right in the middle. So I would line it up like this, put tape here, so that this would still be an item of its own within the book. So that's another thing you can do. You can add pages into your junk journal. Oh, actually, let me show you guys what I mean. We'll do it here. So, we have this item that I want to add in somehow. I want to incorporate it, but I don't know how. So I think what I'll do is I'll fold this in half to where it carries over on each side. Like that. Oops. There we go. Fold it over. See that? So that will be the front. Do they fit in here? No, they're too big. Too tall. Maybe here, since this page is already kind of random. I'm going to tape it here. And I'm going to use washi tape. So I have this roll of washi tape. Oh, look. And it's purple. Or it's kind of got purple. I'm going to tear it there. That way it kind of matches the theme color on this side. Just like that. Crease it down the middle. There we go. And then I can add something on here so it'll kind of cover up that yellow that's there. And there we go. We've added a page into the book. And now I'm going to use some more washi tape from the length. And then put it in here. There we go. See that? And then I can decorate on it. So there it is. I'm eventually going to use these items, just not today, but they're sitting here in case I, like I was inspired today. We saw the flowers and I was like, oh, look, they can finally have a place to go. So that's how that worked out. I didn't have a place for them before, but it just happened to work out in this page today. So I feel that the same is going to happen for these pieces. There's a sticker here that says something crazy, but sometimes you can cut out words from another item or another piece, kind of like this, and use them for different pages or different things. I have a bottle cap here that I may or may not use. This is actually from flavored water in a bottle. And I still have this bag here. Ooh, with some cool paper. There's like some newspaper stuff here. Truth telling. Oh, these are article headlines from a newspaper. Determined for potential. This is a sticker. It's white. That's a zine. This is my draft for a zine that I'm going to work on. So I've got the titles. I just need to print out the pictures so that I can put it in. And you see how it's got the pastel colors for Easter. This can be an Easter themed, or my visit back home was during Easter. So that's why I chose those colors. But I still have all of these here that I can go through and use. But they're so small, I'm gonna lose them. So I put them in here. So there's these. I have 3 sheets. Can you see? Okay, yeah, you can see. And I have article headlines from newspaper. There's that. I have these little sticks. Oh, these are coasters from a restaurant / bar. So I can use these too. The possibilities are endless, but this is what I have. My collection is going for another project or another day when I'm inspired to use them. So I have those here. And I might actually put these pieces in here so they're all together. And I have so many glue sticks laying all over the place. I probably need to get a box or a container for them too. I have my washi tape here. I need to put this in. So this is one junk journal that I have and I'm starting now. So you'll probably see me create in this book going forward. But now that I also have this one, I'm because I'm like, this paper feels so soft that I want to see what it's like to write in it. And I might do both. I might write in it as a journal. Not a Dear Diary type journal, but like, if I create with a junk journal and then write like a little entry in it with some thoughts and ideas, I think that would be cool. So this is something that I ordered recently. I got it off of Amazon, and maybe I can share the link later. So if you're watching and you're interested in this, you can either message me on Instagram, or if we're in Discord together in one of the streams that we follow, you can tag me there and I can share the link with you. I think it was only, well, let me not give you a price because I don't remember. But it's worth it because I thought it was going to be smaller. I thought it was going to be a smaller book, and it's bigger than I expected. So that was a nice surprise. All right, but I'm putting things away. I think I shared everything that I wanted to share with you tonight. I appreciate you for stopping by, hanging out with me. And if you're from the future and you watched it, if you watched the replay, make sure you say hi. Let me know where you're watching from, and come back again. We'll hang out. And like I mentioned, right now I'm in my junk journaling phase. I'm enjoying it. I've been loving creating and just coming in here to hang out with you guys and show you what I'm doing, or you guys get to hang out with me, I should say. You get to hang out with me while I create. I'm thinking about gifting these, I'm gonna clean it up obviously and make it look neat. But I'm thinking about gifting this to somebody. We are having a junk journaling meetup on what's next week? The 7th? Is it the 7th? Yeah, next week. Next week Saturday, we're meeting up here in Charlotte. If you're local, I'll see you there. You can check out Strokes of Freedom on Instagram. I don't know what's exactly on her profile picture, but I know the background is purple. So if you search for Strokes of Freedom, go to her links in her bio, and there's a section for events, and you can sign up for the junk journaling in person here in Charlotte. And you might be able to ask me about this, and I might be able to give it to you. So I'm gonna make this neat and clean. I'm gonna gift it to somebody. Same with this envelope pocketbook. So these won't be here the next time that I see you, because I will have gifted them to somebody. If you want to see what it looks like, before we go real quick, let me show you. This is what these, what it can look like. This is the book of envelopes, or the pocketbook. So see the envelopes. In this one, I sewed them together instead of gluing it. But I have my little paper samples here. And instead of just laying them everywhere or having them stashed at different boxes, I put them into the pockets. I decorated the center, and then there's more pages. So this pocket happens to be papers that are lined like a notebook. So if and when I need those, they're right there. I might do the same for my stickers, but we'll see. Uh-oh. Why won't it go? Oh, there's another page stuck. There we go. That's all. There we go. See that? Oh, actually, this is an envelope that opens up. Oh, that's cool. So I take them in the at the bottom rather than in the center. So the envelope actually opens up. That's cool. Put that in here actually for next time. But yeah, that's what that looks like. You can use a rubber band to keep it closed. I have a piece of yarn here for this one, but that's that. All right, I'm gonna head out. Thank you again for hanging out with me, and I hope that you were inspired to go and try junk journaling on your own, or that you're reminded that all of us are creative in our own ways, and it doesn't always have to look pretty. It doesn't always have to be perfect, but as long as you are creating something and sharing it with the world, I think that's the biggest thing, or the main point, is that we're not stingy with the gift that we have, and we share it with others. Remember that when you get an idea in your mind, the awesome part about it is that you're the only one that knows about it. You're the only one that sees it. And it's not until you actually create it for the rest of the world to see it. And that's when we get to also enjoy the beauty of the idea that you had. So that's kind of how I say with my paintings. I can get an idea and I can already know what materials I'm going to use, how big the canvas is going to be, what colors I'm going to use. But that doesn't matter until I actually execute it. I paint it, and then everybody gets to see it. Until then, it's just in my mind. And no one actually gets to see how awesome how it looks or how it is. So that's the same for you. Whatever creative ideas you have, make sure you share it with the rest of us. And if you do create things, or you do finish projects, tag me, and I would love to see what you're working on. Share, and yeah. I hope you start your own junk journal, or did you tell me if you're working on something? Because like I mentioned, some people will watch me and come hang out, and just because I'm working on my junk journal doesn't mean that they have to do this, or that you have to do the same. My mom was in here earlier, and she'll tell you that sometimes she'll actually get her sewing machine out and her fabric and create something while she's watching me. Or she's even started her own junk journaling. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. This is all for tonight. Come back again and we'll hang out and we'll create something else. And stay tuned, because I actually do want to start painting again. Maybe next month, we'll see. All right, have a good night.